see. But here we go. And it's lights out and away we go here at the Canadian GP here in Montreal. You look at Larry going up, you got Benzo coming up alongside him on the left. You have Pete coming up along the side on the right. Going crazy here. Pete immediately pulls ahead of Larry. It's a much better start there, pulls right up into first. We have Bad Madu and Abrupt, both teammates in the Williams, going alongside. As Bad Madu got it right this time, completely spins out there, loses control of his car. So he's gotten back to the back of the pack now, goes to Mercenary, already picking up a 10-second time penalty for a massive corner cut. Didn't really catch that, didn't really see what that was. We're going to have to watch that back later and find out what happened there with him. Doyle now currently in 13th. He's moving himself up just a little bit on the grid, even though it's only a tiny bit. Very bit helps for him to get his first points in PGR. Be really exciting to see for the lad. Now we have Firewater, who's also taking advantage, just move up into 9th, just behind Abrupt. Going to be looking to see if he goes to make a move here. Now he's currently very close to Abrupt. Might go for some move here going into the DRS zone. So we're going to keep an eye on Firewater for the time being. Again, just trying to watch the intervals here right quick though. So easy to miss something so early in the race. There's a lot going on, a lot happening. Firewater's not getting anything. Greybush now moving himself up into 13th. Just caught that there on my radar. Good stuff to see. Babadoo dropping down even more. What happened to him there? He's getting overtaken. Fair enough. As Grey Ace has now moved himself up into 11th now, just behind Slim. He's also looking for some moves here as well. Again, some of these camera angles, the game picks on cameras that I do not understand. But Watchman now also picking up the 3-second time penalty. Not what you want to see. This is a long race. Picking up time penalty so early. Not a good look. We'll hop back to Grey Ace later. Again, back to Firewater, still trying to wait for his moment. Get past Abrupt. Let's see what this man can do. This man was won races last season, won several races last season, as a matter of fact. Still stuck behind this Williams. Goes on the hard tire. But he finally gets it, looks like, here, going into this DRS zone. Able to pull up ahead of Abrupt, finally move up into 8th. Good stuff to him. We'll cut up right now to the battle at the front of the pack with Larry, who's now gaining on Pete. As we just cut away from Firewater, picked up a 3-second time penalty of his own. Now what you want to see, DRS is now enabled. Well, like I said earlier, so there were the zones that I was calling out, but there wasn't actually any DRS there. They're just good overtaking spots, but now they actually have the DRS. If anyone doesn't know, now that it's lap 3 of the race, DRS is actually enabled, and now there's going to be some big overtake moments happening on this very lap, which I'm assuming Larry has been waiting for his chance on Pete the Newfie to get back into the lead where he started the race. As Watson picks up another 3-second time penalty, these penalties are going to kill him by the end if he keeps adding up more and more of them. Again, as I said, DRS zone incoming right here. Larry is not wasting any time. But it seems like he's still just a bit too far out of Pete's range. We'll see what he does here at the start of the next lap. I see Badmandu's also getting a great push down to the bottom. I'd like to hop back. See that as well. See if Larry can do anything here. We have a yellow in sector 1. Looks like Mercenary. Sorry, the Mercedes goes Mercenary. That was some trouble there. But yeah, Larry still not able to get that overtake. Vodka victory though, completely spinning out there. Right in the middle of the first sector there. That moment for him there. Completely controlled car. Firewater picking up another 5-second penalty. Screwing in the pit lane. Firewater has already been forced to hit. And he's already picked up so many time penalties. It's not going to get started the race for the man in white, the man in the Haas, Firewater. Not looking good here for the Haas team as Firewater retires from the race. The Firewater's first race of PGR ending in a DNF. quite sad and unfortunate to say as we get yellow flags coming up because of it. Very sad to see, very sad to see. Such a great driver, forced to retire so early in the race. Speaking of the battle at the front, Pete Danucci making a mistake there. Had the lead of the race, now drops back into third. As Gray Bush also DNFs from the race. That's a virtual safety car up for the time being. I'm back to Great Ace now, who's now in the train behind Slim. Great Ace now currently in 9th. We've already had 2 DNFs in this race, and we're only at lap 5. Great Bush is there on the turn in the third sector. Came out of the race, and Firewater retiring from the race in the pits. 5 laps in and already only 14 drivers remain on the grid. It's great for some of the new drivers remaining, like Doyle and Watkins, who have the opportunity to get the first points. So, hold on your hats and see what happens here. Watchman had a bit of trouble there, went for an overtake, trying to recover it as well. Doyle in front of him. Something's going on between the two of them, not quite sure. Pulling down for each other. Yes, yellow flags are out. I don't know, like, seems like it's a safety car, but the game's not telling me it's a safety car. I don't know if it's the 22 issue, F1 2022 issue, I'm not sure why the safety car was given to the safety car, but regardless, the newbie decided to take the opportunity to pit. We'll see what he's doing. I think he's going straight to the medium tire here now. Let's see, Pete looks the only one really opting for it here. Let's see, everyone else is going to stay out. So Pete's now going to drop all the way back to 11th for the time being. So yes, as we can see at the front, there is a safety car. I don't know why this game is so glitchy. Anyone who's played this game, it's been over a month now and still has so many glitches. But yes, not really cool. Don't know why that's still a thing. Why we're in spectator mode. For some reason, the game decides to only tell you that the yellow flag's out instead of specifying for virtual safety car, full safety car. Don't know, but now that we're spectating in front here, we can clearly see that Gray Bush's DNF did cause a full safety car. Sad to say. Sorry for him. Again, Ligma's a terrible disease. Donate to the Help Gray Bush Cure His Ligma Foundation today. They'll cure this horrific disease. Shouldn't exist really. I don't know why. Some say people give it to themselves. Not really sure what the facts are behind that. Has something to do with, I think, your Y chromosome getting infected with your X, with an X chromosome. Your Y chromosome starts to turn to an X chromosome. Like as a man, you start to turn into a bit of a woman. I don't know. I don't know what the science behind it is, but regardless, sad to see Gray Bush out of the race. Red Bull again having a bit of a tough time here. But yeah, we're gonna hold on in this safety car. Always an exciting time watching everyone supplying the safety cars. And we'll just have to wait and see if that pit call was the correct play from Pete. 14 drivers remaining. Tony Stewart now up in third. Now keep in mind, Benzo and Smoke are going to have to pit before Larry and Stoney, so we'll see what happens.
Still plenty laps to go. Safety car still hasn't come in. To be fair, Gravel's accident was pretty big. I mean, it sucks when stuff like that happens at the last minute. Kind of like finding out that you're supposed to interview someone and they pull out at the last minute. It really sucks when stuff happens on such short notice, such as DNFs like that. But he'll learn from this, and hopefully we'll get to see more from him do better in future races. As we're waiting, let's take a look at Slim here, who again started at 12th and is now currently sitting 7th on the grid. Same tires as everyone else. Equal opportunity here. Great Ace just behind him. So Slim and Great Ace having a deadly race here so far. Moved up quite a few positions from where they started. I have to say the opposite for Mr. Vodka, though, had a really bad spin there, if you remember, a few laps ago. See what he can do, but remember that Pete will be starting once the safety car goes away. He will be starting on, yeah, as you see safety car in his lap. Okay, Pete will be on the faster tires here than a lot of guys ahead of him, so this could be a Pete the Newfie masterclass in the making here. Pete is going to have to do a lot of overtakes. So that's going to be very exciting to see. But the restart is going to happen here now, with Larry, Benzo, and Stoney at the front. Here it comes, boys. Let's get it on the go. Let's hop on with Stoney. So now just behind Benzo. Coming into the chicane. Pete the Newfie, though, as we just looked away from him. And now, yeah, and Pete's now having forced to pit again. Pete the Newfie picking up a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision with back to having to pit and picking up a 5-second penalty for speeding in pit lane. That might be Pete the Newfie's race right there and then. Smoke also picking up a 3-second time penalty. So Great Ace did call it with these penalties on this track. This track is notorious for strict penalties, but again, I cut away as soon as it happened. But yeah, apparently there was a collision between. Apparently there was a collision there between Pete and Bad Madu, and Pete incurred some damage and was forced to pit because of it. So now Pete has come back out on his set of hard tires to try to recover positions, and is now in 13th. As we see here, Great Ace and Vodka going at it a little bit there. Wasn't able to fully catch that. Trying to see Slim trying to catch up to Abrupt ahead of him, looking to make a move on him. Vodka also trying to catch up to Great Ace. Get past him. So we'll see what Vodka can do here. Him and ooh, worked out poorly for Vodka. Bad actually got past him as well. Huh. Well, you know, now Vodka is in 10th. Currently sitting at 10th on the grid. Something like that. Bad also. Now Bad trying to move up on 8th. See how this turns out. Again, these two had a severe little bit of a mishap here last week as well. All three of these guys neck and neck here. We're going to hold out them for a time being and see what happens. But again, like I was saying, that's really unfortunate for Pete now, as he's going to have to really work his butt off to recover in this race. Vodka taking back that position from Bad Madu there. And to do a slight error on this turn. Vodka capitalized on it perfectly. Watchman picking up another 3-second time penalty. If we check out the penalties here, Watchman now has 14 seconds of time penalties. Ghost Mercenary has 20 seconds. it's rough out there. So it's going to be tough for them. So really, Pete is technically in 12th right now. If we get back in the points, he has to wait to get up above Doyle and Bad News. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, we're holding on to these three guys for the time being. All pretty close together. Waiting to see if anything happens with them. As Vodka going side by side. Ooh! Brakes though to avoid any sort of contact with him and Ace there. Both got pretty close there, not gonna lie. Vodka made the right call there, definitely played it safe. That could have ended very poorly for both of them. That would not have been a good look. So now everyone's been out on 10, 11 laps, all tires now. As Vodka finally gets his pass on Ace. Finally moves up into Ace. Again, these guys are going back and forth, back and forth. Try to keep track a little bit. You know, Bad Madu, I want to see it have a great Ace team as well. They're all fighting for the points there, you know. As Doyle picks up a penalty of his own, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Again, the track zones are so strict here on Circuit Gilles. As the French say, I don't know if that's how you say it, Gilles, yeah. Very strict here. We're seeing more penalties come in from up there. 3-second time penalty for him as well. Doyle completely losing control of the car there. It's going to give Pete an opportunity to move up ahead of him as well. So Pete's going to move up into 11th now. Still a ways behind though. Got to wait for the rest of the guys to pit to make up that time interval. So we're just waiting for the first pit for most of these drivers currently to see how it turns out. As fast laps are currently being exchanged here like crazy between Benzo and Uncle Larry. As Badmadu goes for the overtaking Great Ace, gets it there, pulls ahead of him on the chicane. Good stuff to him. Let's see here as, oh, Vodka and Slim. Vodka has now moved up into 7th, him and Slim in a little tight there on the first turn of the circuit. Slim is right behind him in the Ferrari, currently an 8th. That's a big move up from Slim there, from 12, starting 12 up to 8 so far. See how that turns out for him. We do have a yellow though in Sector 1. It looks like Ghost Mercenary, yes, has completely lost control of the car. It's looking like Ghost Mercenary's race is pretty much over. Already so far behind, there's so many penalties. It's rough out there for the Mercedes driver currently. But we have to hop up quickly. Catch this side-by-side action between Benzo and Uncle Larry. Both drivers going side-by-side, leading up to the chicane, but Larry's still going to stay at the front. It's a tight fight here between Larry and Benzo for the lead currently. Great Ace getting back ahead of Bad Madu once again. But yeah, we're going to stay up here. Bad Madu and Great Ace exchanging multiple times throughout this race, but we're going to stay up here for a second. That was extremely tight between Benzo and Larry there. Both these drivers, their paces are so similar here tonight. Both are fighting for their first win of the season. Both like eager to win constructors or drivers this season. Oh, Benzo still in Larry's DRS range. We're going to stay on board with the two of them going in here with Stoney Stewart and Smoke just behind them. An amazing job from the Alpha Tower team here so far in this race. We'll see how it progresses. Yeah, Benzo has lost a little bit of time there. He's not going to get quite the same opportunity he did last time here. As Vodka Victory pulls ahead of the drop. Again, apologies to Vodka, keep missing these overtakes from him, but yes, he's moved back up into 6th. There's just so much going on. It's hard to truly capture everything that's going on. But we'll hop back into Babadoo, who's now skirting up right behind Slim in the Ferrari, leading into the chicane. Not quite going to happen though. Not yet, but Babadoo. There's a big swerve over to the left. He's fighting for that overtake on Slim here on the straight. Both drivers going side by side. And Bad is going to get it. As he spins though. Bad, just as he does a wicked overtake. Very clean on Slim, completely loses control of the car. And similar to last week, he's getting punished for it, and he currently sits in ninth. When it comes time to pit, that is going to... It might not seem like he's been punished for it right now, but he will be punished for it severely once he goes to pit. He's going to lose even more positions there. Watch him pick up another 3-second time penalty. Abrupt now in range of Vodka ahead of him. Make a move back on him. All drivers mostly, for the most part, on 14-lap old tires, except for Steve, Watson, and Ghost. So there's going to be a ton of pits all happening there at the same time. It's going to be quite crazy to keep track of, if we're being honest. But yeah, Abrupt had lost a lot of time there, though. Now, not really making the time. Into the sector 1 tone went a bit wide. Benzo currently now second away from Larry. Still can't keep up with the man. However, Stoney now loses control of his car as well, which is going to give a chance for Smoke and Slavage to move up on the grid. Smoke now currently sitting in a podium position. Slavage doing great for his second race in PGR. Had a great qualifying, currently sitting at 4th, driving a very clean race here. We'll see if he can keep it up for Alpine for the remainder of the race. And we see Doyle now spinning as well down in the 3rd sector. Sucks to see, unfortunately. So he's gaining a little bit as someone else loses there as well. Yes, Babadoo losing it again there as well near the end of the 1st sector. And they're in a spot to lose it too, to be fair. They're in a spot to lose there, but now Pete has moved up on him as well. Bad now dropping down to 11th. Watson now deciding to pick the soft tires. His plan is to see off the Kiction. But yes, now Pete is now sitting in the points. Not well, a ton of people are going to have to pit before him. So this is going to be Pete's chance to make up some time on everyone else. Vodka Victory currently sitting in 6th. He's the second behind Stoney in 5th after that mistake that Stoney made that we just saw there that time. Watch him picking up another penalty. Vodka, like you said, made a mistake of his own earlier, now trying to recover from it. Still has a lot more time to do so. Still finishing in the podium. If he keeps performing like this. Babadoo picking up another 3-second time penalty. All the time penalties coming tonight. It's just time penalties like crazy. Hopping back to Benzo here now. Benzo still sitting behind Larry for most of this race. Both of them currently just chilling at the front. It's definitely been an Uncle Larry race here so far. Have to wait and see just what happens. Hopping back to Vodka Victory now. Finally gained a bit of time on Stoney. As Stoney pulls into the pits, it's going to be Vodka's chance. He's going to move up into the 5th position. A lot of drivers, I'm guessing, are going to start to pit here momentarily. Stoney decided to pit a little early. We'll have to wait and see just what happens there. See how this is going to be a boost for everyone. However, everyone you see here, all these 17 lappers are going to have to pit here very shortly. Unless, of course, they're really trying to push these hard and try to go for a one-stop swap to the softs at like lap 20 or so. I don't know how it depends on how long the softs can really last here. They have to go to the mediums. Well, as you can see, that's what Stoney's done. Stoney has hit early and got the mediums. So we'll see here. Hopping back to Pete the Newbie. That's one up behind Stoney in the Mercedes. heat on these forcing apple hearts. Sony's still trying to heat up these mediums. I would assume. Losing a little bit of time there though. Let's see what we can do here. Watch them picking up another 3-second time penalty. As Pete gets a nice clean overtake there on Stoney in the DRS zone. Pete now moves up into 9th, making his way up the grid. We're still waiting to see now. Now again, every single person, now that he's past Stoney, every single person ahead of Pete is going to have to pit momentarily. These are big gains for him. I would imagine, as Great Ace has lost it there, going into the first sector. Great Ace having a decent race so far, completely leading there, and now drops back to 10th and Sony pit. That might be a deal breaker for him. We'll have to wait and see what happens. There's no 50 safety cars, the race is not over just yet. Stoney still keeping up with Pete though. As he's on these faster tires, so he's going to control the future now. Back and forth through them. However, as you can see, Benzo Slice has now made mistakes as well. Goes for a second there. He made some mistakes. He has now dropped back into 4th. That's Larry staying so consistent here. Keeping a clean race going for most of this. But now Benzo has made mistakes. Now, that moves Slab Smoke up into 2nd and 3rd on V8. See, Larry's been leading the race ever since he dropped out to the front for that pit. Larry has been leading the race convincingly, so let's wait and see what happens there. Yellow flag in Sector 1. Great Ace has gone into the pit after that incident and decided to pit for the mediums. Most likely, when that incident happened, the tires are probably pretty degraded. The car transition more than they should have. No fault there, really. Tire bag. Watch out for most likely. Pete now has lost his position, though, again to Stoney. So again, we'll have to pit again. Wait till he does. Most drivers are deciding to pit now. On with Pete and Sony for now. As we'll start our going to pit. With Benzo coming out, Benzo coming out on the soft compared to some of the other guys. But Dodger and Brooks are speaking to Benzo coming on the soft. I guess try to switch to fastest lap in this race. So the point does matter. He's now going to come out. Benzo's going to come out alongside Pete Manuzzi. He's going to be a side-by-side by Benzo and Pete Manuzzi. Right out the gate here in first sector of the Canadian GP. Holy cow, the overhead shots there. That's what's happening here. Obviously, Pete's driving these 70 lap old cars. Having some trouble keeping up with Benzo there. I'll have to wait and see what happens now. Now some of the 20 lap old fire guys are pitting. Larry has now decided to pit. Slavage. Only person we're still waiting to see pit here are Doyle and Slim. Haven't pit yet. Slim now currently 4th, but again still has to pit. We're just holding out Pete here now, who's now currently in 8th. Again, still Benzo ahead of him. I'm just gonna wait to see what happens when Pete decides to pit for his final set of tires. So I imagine will be soft, similar to Benzo. I don't know why they're in Sector 1, got a little bit of a yellow flag, it's okay, it's okay. He moves up to vodka victory now. Currently 5th, just behind Slim and Ferrari. Vodka's most likely just going to wait though for Slim to hit, but that should be happening sooner rather than later. Unless Slim decides to be a madman and not hit way later. These pirates gotta be dying here. I don't know how much longer you can hold out. And then as Slim completely cuts the corner there. And also loses a bit of control there, so playing to stay out that long in the hard. Really not working out for Slim, as both Ferraris go side by side there to get the head of Slim. But again, both of them on old tires. Slim definitely needs to pit now, I would 100% guarantee Slim will pit there. For sure. He just lost so many positions because these tires are just so gone. Yeah. Slim is doing really good bits there. We're going to hop on board Slavage. I haven't seen a lot of him this race. However, he's been doing a really fantastic job. Benzo now taking up the fastest lap, 114.7. Slavage now going to pull up. Currently sitting in third right now. As we have a Sector 1, we have a DNF from Watchman. His second race in a row, Watchman has now DNF from PGR. However, he's not the only one. And he's too hard. Sucks to say, but yeah, Watchman has now DNF as well. We have a yellow flag in Sector 1. We'll see what that causes. That could change everything here, obviously. But yeah, currently Slavage is sitting third on the grid, just less than a second now behind Smoke in the AlphaTauri. Smoke, you might also have to tell me Slavage has been driving a really clean race here. No penalties for him so far, but yeah, it looks like it is going to be a safety car from that Watchman DNF. And 2 DNFs in a row, PGR just could not keep it on track. Keep in mind, to anyone watching, oh, we got record penalty for Oil as well. But yeah, this is a no assist wheel only. Zero traction control, so right, stuff can happen. Blink of an eye here. Very hard to control and hate on the guy too much. This is going to be exactly what he wanted though. This is going to give Pete a free opportunity to pit with soft. Benzo and Stoney also being in that as well. We'll hop on with Pete and Benzo coming out of the pit lane here now. During this second safety car of the race. Kind of anticipated there would be some safety cars here. The track could be quite punishing, especially, you know, in that first sector coming around there. For sure. And down the end, down that UV glide there. Third sector, where Grey Bush DNF. Well, regardless, now we have 3 drivers out on fresh stops. We're going to have 11 laps, or I guess, you know, not 11, but 10-ish laps. Safety car goes away too. We push these softs and try to possibly even get back up into the podium on this race. However, penalties are a big thing here, as we can see, and 3 guys up in the top haven't gotten penalties yet. 2 do not need to pit anymore are Larry, Slavage, and Vodka. This could be a really crazy podium here. Right now, Pete and Benzo, who were both on podium last week, the winner of the race last week, currently sitting 7th and 8th. Slim in 9th, exactly where he was last week. Consistent guy that he is. But yeah, it's pretty crazy here. While we're waiting, let's just take a look at everyone's penalties just to see what we're dealing with. Yeah, so Benzo, Stoney, Brock, and Smoke all with just 3 seconds. Same thing bad to do. Doyle's race pretty much over though. Has so far behind, dropping penalty, keeping the safety car. Not looking good for him. But with that 3-second time penalty for bad to do, great ace. If he pulls it together, could definitely still finish. Especially with the safety car, great ace could definitely still finish in the points there. This is a great opportunity for him to pull his race back. That's for sure. We'll keep an eye on that, on the penalties. That's definitely will come into play by then, I would very much imagine. Safety car still staying out for another lap, it would seem. We'll just keep hovering over seeing how it runs too. I saw Ferrari going to the pit lane there. Yeah, Slim has now decided to pit as well. He's coming out with the softs as well. I guess he believes that he can push a lot more on the fresh softs than he can on a couple lap old mediums. He's making that call. We'll see how that plays out for them. See how that plays out for the Ferrari driver. Could turn out well, could cost him some points, see how it turns out at the end. Yes, it's looking like a very exciting finish for this race. Once the safety car goes away, it's going to be all hands on deck. Fighting for that podium. Again, Larry just having the drive of his life here. Flawless drive from Larry here so far this race. Big textbook Larry. But more impressively, Smoke currently sitting in second. Obviously not. The penalty's not really sitting in second, but Slavage. Yeah, safety car will be in this lap. Awesome. Slavage, who finished, I believe, 11th last week, now sitting in third. Yeah, the man clearly has pace here in Canada. So, let's see if he can keep his composure for these final 9 laps of the race. And the drivers are finally getting ready to get going again here. We'll see what happens up the front. We'll see if anyone's able to pull ahead of Larry. That'd be quite exciting if someone could pull ahead of him here. Down the straight as Great Ace has lagged out of the session. And Smoke is going into the pits. Huh? Smoke going into the pits as the safety car ends. Huh. Well, I can't explain that, but Vodka's going to take it. Vodka's turning third now. He's going to push him to try to move up on Slavich and Larry. We'll stay on board with Stoney and Vodka for now. We're both extremely close to one another. Pete now currently in 6th. Yeah, Stoney making a really clean overtake on Vodka there. Good stuff to him. Nice little swerve. Stoney now pulling up into third on these soft tires. Soft tire guys, they're starting to pan out for them. Slim's now back in 9th. Didn't even matter. Benzo now currently 56. Find what number, we'll take a look at them. Great Ace. Yeah, currently 10th because he disconnected from the session for a second. I'm sure he's going to have some words about the connect. As he said earlier, he hasn't been too happy with the connection, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, Pete the Newfie now also picks up himself. He had the 3-second time penalty going for him. He didn't have a time penalty there at all, but he himself has now also picked up a 3-second time penalty. Now it really matters for him to get ahead of Benzo and Vodka if he wants to have a good finish this race. As Benzo Slice, as we were on board with him, spins out completely and now drops down behind both Ferraris, behind Pete, behind Slim. He is immediately going to get ahead of Pete though. And Slim the Fug is now currently ahead of Benzo. After that terrible mistake, now Great Ace is also going to be ahead of Pete the Newfie. Both McLarens ahead of Pete the Newfie here. His old teammate, even after his disconnect, his old teammate now here currently ahead of him. Oh my. Yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. That was a bit tight there. Holy cow. So we just had a terrible spin from Benzo, which allows Slim to now pull up ahead of him into 7th. Uncle Larry taking it back past his lap. Great Ace pulling ahead of Pete, but now Pete's going to take it right back, move back up into 9th position. Going into the chicane, DRS is now re-enabled.
before the final laps of the race. Let's go. Benzo's now waiting for someone to get back ahead of Slim. He's not too happy about that. Smoke now taking fastest lap of the race with a 1:13.7. Holy cow. Smoke, who pitted, like, was looking like he was going to have his first podium in a long time in PGR, is now currently sitting in 11th. I still don't understand, like, I still do not understand his decision to pit there. It baffles me as, oh, wow. As both Ferraris and Benzo pull up alongside each other there. Benzo now currently ahead of them in 7th. Both Ferraris going side by side here down into the UE. Hop on board, please. If you're watching these Ferraris, see if anything happens to them. You know, Pete won't have a Slim there. The end. Both these Ferraris going at it here. Holy cow. I didn't even pay attention to the front, but yeah. You'll flag there from Doyle. I believe Doyle caused that. Yeah, Larry's still sitting pretty at the front of the grid. On board to Pete the Newbie. Had a roller coaster of a race. Had some really unfortunate stuff happen to him. And his teammate currently chilling. It's been a hard race for Ferrari, but yeah. Slavage and Stoney, especially Slavage, currently second. Good stuff to him. Pete the Newbie going alongside. Benzo Slice. Overtake. Oh, nice little overtake on him there. Good stuff to Pete the Newbie. Moving up in 7th. Benzo still holding on though. DRS zone just coming up ahead. So we're going to hold on and watch. As Team Smoke is now gaining on Great Ace as well, trying to move back up into the points. Again, I'll say it for the 3rd time, I really don't understand why Smoke is there. I don't know if he incurred some random damage or something, but it was really under a safety car, so I don't, and he knew the safety car was coming in, so I don't understand why he decided to pit there. Crazy confusion to me. Really confusing moment. But yeah, Benzo is now overtaking it on Pete, now ahead of Pete again. As Doyle loses control of the toss again. Doyle's having a stinker of a race. Sad to say. But yeah, Smoke is now gaining on Great Ace in the AlphaTauri. As Pete Newbie and Benzo are still going side alongside each other again as well. Seeing our Smoke and Great Ace. Smoke is going to get ahead of him though. Pull up into that points position. Not back into Pete the Newbie. As we see here, some errors there from the Williams driver. Abrupt Pete the Newbie going to try to capitalize on it. Not quite just yet. Pete looking for a move here on Abrupt. Abrupt making a bit of a mistake there on that turn. Going to train these 3 drivers going here currently. Crazy to see. Holy cow. Abrupt now, because that mistake, Abrupt now currently in 8th. Slim now back in 9th again, that first 9th position just can't seem to get it away from. Important to keep in mind though, Great Ace does not have any penalties, so he technically still has a lead on Smoke here in terms of his points finish. Could be Great Ace's first finish in the points of the race. Another yellow flag from Doyle. That's fun again. Man, just having a rough race. If I was him, I would have retired by this point. I don't know how he's keeping him on track. As Smoke going alongside Slim, moving back up into 9th. Smoke trying to approach some positions after that pit for the soft tires. Now moving back up into 9th. And Pete Newbie, who's now behind Benzo again, both of them in 6th and 7th. Yellow flag in sector 1 and 2. Doyle again. I'm sorry, man. But it's rough out there. No traction control. It can be rough. It can be rough. What can we say?
But yeah, Pete now tried to do something there, couldn't quite make it. Smoke though, as you see, Pete goes wide there. Pete uncharacteristically making a really weird mistake there. Having some trouble. So he's gonna make that's up there. We're gonna have ONBOARD Abrupt now, who's just behind Pete, looking to capitalize on Pete's mistake there. But yeah, as Abrupt spins and loses control of his car there in the first sector. That's gonna drop Abrupt all the way down. Man is having completely sideways, having a terrible time recovering. And now he's completely out of the points. He was looking on a double points finish with him and his teammate in the Williams. And on the second last lap of the race, sorry, the third last lap of the race, just completely losing it there. That's really unfortunate for Abrupt there. He made some mistakes this race, which really cost him. So now we have Stony Stewart, who's now decided to go into the pits with only a couple laps left. Huh? This is the weirdest race I've ever seen in terms of crazy pits. Not sure. Stoney was having a perfectly fine race, was up in the top 4, top 5 most of the race, and is now pitted. First stop, trying to go for fastest lap, I guess, and now he's out. Back in 10th now. Huh. This is some strange stuff. Very strange. As now we have Pete the Newfie. I'm sorry we missed that, folks. Stoney thing really confused me there, this random pit, but yeah. Now we have Pete the Newfie, who is now pulled ahead of Benzo again, 5th and 6th. The penalties coming down the wire here. Stony Stewart also picks up 3 second time penalties again. This is not going great here for Stoney after that. It's just been a whole bunch of incidents, but Smoke, on the other hand, has moved himself back up into 7th. Good stuff to him. But yeah, we're going to check out the penalties here and see. So Benzo does have 3 seconds more of time penalties. Then Pete, what is going on with Smoke? What is going on with Smoke? Smoke now dropping back into 9th as well. And he has 6 seconds of time penalties. Abrupt only has 3. Stoney has 6, so Abrupt could still finish in the points here. We're doing a quick little overview of the penalties here. Gray Ace, now currently in 8th, just behind Slim. Looking to move up a bit. Slim now in 7th. Again, Benzo and Pete 5th and 6th, but again, look at the penalties here. As who was that? Slim! Slim losing control of his car there on the last lap of the race, man. Holy cow. Weird. This is the weirdest race ever. Slim losing control of his car. There on the last lap of the race in the Ferrari. Could have finished in like 7th or 8th there, but now he's in 9th. However, Smoke ahead of him with 6. Oh my god, Slim, finish the race, buddy. Losing the traction there. Now he's probably getting grip there on these softs now. But yeah, Smoke there, currently with 6 seconds of time penalty. Slim can still finish ahead of Smoke. Keep his head down, finish the race. Smoke now currently just behind Grace, but it's not going to matter. Both drivers going side by side. Smoke making a risky move there. Last ditch effort to try to get ahead, but no use. Grace has less penalties than him. Grace is still going to finish ahead of him. Bad Madu looking for a great finish low with 3 seconds time penalties. Not enough. I don't think it's enough to catch up with Benzo, but it's going to be good. And there you have it, folks. Your podium for the Canadian GP is going to be Uncle Larry winning. Uncle Larry is your Canadian GP winner tonight, followed by Slavage and Vodka also on the podium. Vodka pulling back race up against Slavage. Amazing performance considering what happened last week. After all that, man, to come back and finish in 4th. That just really shows the caliber of racer that he is. Coming back and finishing 4th. Bad Madu redeeming himself after last week, finishing in 5th. Amazing spot for the Williams, especially after the trouble his teammate had with that spin there at the end. So still pulling in some points for Williams.